Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sox on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz, and I'm joined by my dudes Tony and Steve. And I'm happy because we're all together, but I'm sad at the same time because the Sox get absolutely shellacked at home. Lance Lynn gets, royally messed around. The Sox lose 12-5 to the Los Angeles Angels. Before we get into this, be sure to go on OnTapSportsNet.com for all Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox On Tap and OnTapSportsNet. Following Steve at NWI_Steve, Tony at Tony On Tap, and me at Buzz On Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. If you are on Facebook or Twitter, please go to YouTube. On Tap Sportsnet YouTube. We are very close to 1,000 subscribers, so you should go and subscribe. If you don't, you kind of suck. We're presented by Sports Illustrated. Guys, we got killed. Mike Trout hit a bomb. Ohtani had 4 ribbies. Lance Lynn got messed up, and it was one hell of a hump day. How are you all doing?
Hey, yo. Not great, Bob, I believe is the expression. Very ungood. Lance Lynn, he looks, dare I say, #cooked.
Yeah, he does. Tony, what do you think about Lance Lynn? You think he's #cooked?
I don't know if I'm ready to say he's, ready to come off the grill yet, but it's not good. It's not pleasant. That was an ugly baseball game to watch today, fellas.
Yeah, I was so obviously it's a day game. We're all at work. I was tuning in on my YouTube TV, no free ads, just gave him one. And I had that pulled up on my third screen. And the first inning, leadoff guy gets on, Trout comes out, hits a moonshot. Sox are down 2-0 within, seconds. They're not down for long. They're down the whole game, but they get a run on the board in the second. Gavin Sheets hit a sacrifice fly, which scored Moncada. And then after that, in the third, everything came off. The train came off the rails. Everything went down. Final line for Lynn. 4 innings pitched. He let up 8 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned. He walked 2, struck out 4, and let up 3 long balls. I know we're in the business of breaking down the game and everything like that, but I did see a very, not a unique tweet, but a very insightful tweet, I'll say, from Matt Crawford. And I know we all like Matt here. Matt's our guy. But what did you think of that, Steve? I know you saw it. I know you saw what he said. He said, basically in a nutshell, was if you're serious about trying to win the division at 23-35, you might as well DFA Lance Lynn. If you don't give a shit, punt, tank, and then just don't pick up his 24 options. What do you think about that tweet?
You want to know my thoughts, Bradley?
Absolutely. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here with my guys. I want to hear.
I'm going to switch to narrator voice real quick. They, in fact, are not serious. They are the very definition of unserious.
Very true.
He's not wrong. Look, he's absolutely at Dallas Keuchel territory from what we saw a year ago. You can go back, think about Matt Latos in 2016, John Danks in 2015. We're at that point. This is where we are. We're realistically, they would be better off at this juncture if they're trying to win baseball games, giving Jesse Schultens the ball every 5th day. That's how far we have sunk here at this point. He's just got nothing left. And, that sweeper that he tried to throw to Mike Trout, I think it's still orbiting the earth right now. And then the ball, the second one that he gave up to Shohei Ohtani, I think it landed on Jupiter a couple seconds ago. So things are not going well in that department for Lance. It absolutely looks like it's over. And it sucks.
He's not hitting his spots, and that's the problem. You look at those 3 home runs to Trout, Ohtani, the 2 of them to Ohtani. All 3 of those were left up. Just left up. And at 93 miles an hour on the fastball, Steve, we talked about this earlier this year. Those things are batting practice fastballs. And there's not much movement on these things either. It just doesn't look good. And I'm sure it looks good to the hitter. It looks good to somebody. It looks good to the opposition. It doesn't look good to watch as a White Sox fan. Not in the slightest.
No, it's been brutal. It's been brutal. And, I had so much optimism too, after last weekend. And I was like, okay, yeah, this looks good. Maybe they're turning it around. And then we talked about this, Steve, right? We were talking about wins. So, coming back onto the show and then just having them go back into the same hole that they were in before is pretty rough. 5 home runs total let up by the White Sox today. 5 home runs. They hit one. They hit one today.
It seems like just too many.
Yeah, it was our guy Jake Berger. What else is there to say? I mean, it's just nothing's going to plan for this team. And now you're getting ready to go into an off day here to face Detroit, who you dropped the first 3 out of 4 to. Something's got to give here. I don't know what it is. Again, I'm bringing up everything, not like the full shit that happened in the game, because who wants to talk about a fucking 12-5 clunker? I didn't mean to swear. I'm swearing. I apologize. But I don't know where else this team can pivot and go. Because
you meant to swear. You meant to swear. We know
I felt like I did. But I felt instantly bad about it. Like, like I'm trying to be professional.
Well, the team fucking stinks, Buzz.
So you did it now. I know.
There you go. See, I'm just here to help you out.
I was hoping to get something from our guy Romy today. He's been magnificent. We get Jake Berger in, and a lot of people are pissed he wasn't in the lineup to start the day today. But he comes in, he hits you a bomb, which is great. But it just seems like if Luis Robert doesn't have it going on right now, because he went on that crazy stretch where we were, he was hitting homers, he was getting on base, and now that's kind of gone away a little bit. Tim Anderson's still trying to find himself. Dude, I don't even know. I don't know how to break this team down. The pitching sucks, the lineup sucks, and it's all very sad, but at least we have each other. If anybody else has any other thoughts, go ahead and just pile on the game or in general. I don't know.
I mean, thoughts are, look, we've seen this movie a lot this year. Not enough offense, too much bad pitching. It's a recipe for disaster. You're not going to win a lot of baseball games in the year of our Lord 2023 when that's happening. There are just so many systemic problems within this organization right now. You can talk about Jake Berger not being in the lineup today. Granted, he's been in a slump for, about 7 to 10 days. Looked like he might have been starting to come out of it here yesterday. But he's been in a funk. At the end of the day, though, I mean, he's one of the guys that has consistently been providing power this year. So, you had a chance to win a series here going into this rubber match, and you put him on the bench. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. But then again, a lot of things around this organization don't make sense to me.
We talked a little bit about this the other day, Steven, and just sort of the lineup construction aspect of this. Berger comes in to play second base. Andrews is going to be back here very shortly. The impending roster crunch, and they talked a little bit about this on the post game as well, is going to be interesting to see here, because one of these guys within the quote unquote core is going to be out of the lineup at any given game. And how Grifol manages that, I don't even know. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are here. Berger took 1 ground ball to second base, albeit a sort of a slow roller to him. You want his bat in the lineup. Do you want to see it coming at second base, or would you? And this is something that Ozzie Guillen brought up on the post-game show. Would you have him slotted over there at third base? And what does that signal for the rest of the season for you guys?
I'd absolutely put him at third base. I'm saying, why are we even talking about like how this is going to cost the team games? They're 23-35. Who gives a shit? If he gives you like any sort of hope that you'll get some sort of offense, like Steve was saying, if you're having shitty offense and shitty pitching, you're screwed. If he can at least provide some sort of spark, which his bat has at least at home, then I'm going to do it. Oh, well, Makano's going to go over to second base. Fuck Makano. What has he done the whole time?
Makano won't go to second base. That's the other thing. Pretty sure they said that they won't do that.
Then he can go the fuck home, or he be traded. Who cares? I mean, at this point,
it doesn't really seem like it's his choice, though, Bradley. I mean, it seems more so like this is an organizational choice that they don't want to put him at second base. I mean, I feel like if that, this has been, this has just been a talking point for several years now. I feel like if the organization felt he could handle second base or believed that he could, that it would have happened and that he would have never transitioned over to third base to begin with.
But yet this makes no fucking sense
I agree.
to me,
It makes
Steven.
no sense to
It
me.
makes no fucking sense to me that the organization was willing to put Andrew Vaughn in the outfield, was willing to put Gavin Sheets in the outfield, is willing to try out Jake Berger at second base. Yoan Moncada is a better baseball defender than Jake Berger is. He should be able to handle that position.
Let me ask
And
you
if
this
this is
question.
Sure.
Has anyone ever accused the White Sox organization of being smart?
No.
I rest my case, counselor.
This is just another. We're just trying to pour it on here. We're just trying to pour it on here, Steven.
I thought it was going to be a serious statement. It was just like, it wasn't. But no, I do agree with Tony though. I mean, it's fucking, it's idiotic. It really is. Again, man, you're 23 and 35. The kid who's been hitting bombs and everybody like actually wants to watch.
They put him on the All-Star fucking graphic, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. Elvis Andrews shouldn't be anywhere near the team. Number one, it was
hilarious to me when I go out there to vote for the All-Star game for the first time, and it's like, do I write Jake Berger in at third base over Yoan Moncada because he's played that position and probably deserves it more? When you've got graphics coming out from other MLB accounts that are out there listing him as the all MLB third baseman through like mid-May. And then Yoan Moncada's name is sitting there at third base and Berger's the DH selection. And yet we can't find a way to get him in our lineup consistently. There's a problem there.
Steve, you think it's like a belief thing? A belief in the future of Jake Berger compared to the belief in the future of a Eloy, of a future of a Moncada, I mean, a future of a Vaughn. I mean, what do you think it is? Or do you really think it's just that stupidity thing you were saying before?
I think it's largely the stupidity, but I just think at the end of the day, the organization doesn't believe that Yoan Moncada can handle second base. I feel like they tried it for, a year and a half, and they obviously didn't like what they saw. So that to me just signals that they wanted to be done with that experiment. They didn't feel like long-term it was going to work. Now, look, you can make an argument to make a case at this point that this quote-unquote window is over. And so does it really matter if you put Moncada at second base? No. But for whatever the reason, like I said, if we haven't seen it to this point here, I'm just very hard pressed to think that we will at any point.
It's such a front office issue that I'm so sick of hearing how are we going to get this guy in lineup? How are we going to get this guy? You're talking about arguably your best hitter. Statistically, that's who we're talking about, not being in the lineup. If I'm Rick Hahn, which, I mean, isn't he a lawyer? I mean, so he's smarter than me, but I feel like
he is lawyer boy. Yeah.
Yeah, right. He's a lawyer. He should be somewhat smart. I heard the bar was really hard. Anyway, I'd be like talking to Pedro and be like, dude, you got to get this kid in the lineup. He's got to be in the lineup, at least at home.
Here's the interesting thing. If they're looking at stats, 2018, Yoan Moncada at second base played 149 games there, 963 fielding percentage. They move him over to third in 2019, 962. Not much of a fucking change. 2020, 957. 2021, 953. He had his best defensive year last season in 2022 with a 980 fielding percentage. This year, he's back to 969 so far throughout the season. I don't understand how that doesn't translate. Just eyeball test, looking at standard fielding percentage, nothing else.
There's a big difference between second base defense and third base defense.
Oh, correct. I know that, but what I'm saying is from the product there, it wasn't defensively egregious at 966, 963.
I'm not going to base my analysis off of fielding percentage. I mean, because you know as well as I do that is something that is extremely subjective at the discretion of each individual team's home scorer. So, to me, that's just not the route I would go when it comes to evaluating it. They don't feel like his range, for whatever the reason, his lateral or his range as far as getting to balls in the hole or being able to make the turn on the double play. I mean, those are a couple of things that are pretty important.
Could it be his back?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, you can't really rule it out at this point. There is, I think, a lot more rotational work that is probably needed at the second base position just because of the double plays and the turns associated with that. Given what we know about the protruding disc issue there, could that factor into it? Yeah. I mean, can't say for any certainty, but because nobody has really talked about that. Nobody has laid that out as a reason as to why. But can you 100% dismiss the possibility? No.
I'm so sick of hearing about that. If you can't play what you ask him to play, then shut him down if he's that hurt. Serious. Like,
the issue with it though is just that it's something that can flare up.
Right, I know that.
Random. I mean, there's just no good way to know when it's going to happen.
No, they're just continuing. I mean, I get it, man. I get it, but they're just continuing to baby a guy that's been babied since he's gotten to the organization.
Well, did you guys catch this before the game today with the Griffel comments on how Yohan Moncada loves to play hurt and can play through all this stuff?
Could have fucking fooled me.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best not to listen to much of what Pedro Griffel says.
Dude, it's a sideshow circus. It's Steve's name on Twitter. It really is. It's just a clown show all the time. It's a clown show all the time. I don't know.
Anthony, do we have any new memes or anything like that could go along with that?
I think we do have a meme that can go along with that. I think we do.
That's fucking great then. We have anything else to talk about in this fucking game? Does anybody want to talk about anything?
No.
No?
Not really.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to the next one then. Do you guys have a starter for Friday? Because I do not have a starter on mine for Friday. It just says undecided.
It's going to be Mike Clevinger.
Yeah, it seems as though that is going to be Clev, yeah. Okay,
so we have Reese Olson. He is slated to get the starts for the Detroit Tigers. He's got nothing on his stat line here, and he's going to be going up against Clev, and that's going to be a 7-10 start at Guaranteed Rate Field. Again,
so
is
that going to be a major league debut for this kid?
That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like.
We fare so well in those ball games, boys. Don't we?
It usually ends great.
This kid was born in 1999. You know how old I fucking feel right now, dude?
1999.
Bradley, don't even.
I'm telling you, bro. It's just how I feel. I feel old. I really do. I really do. But yeah, born in 1999 is probably going to, we know how it goes against these guys. We always have that optimism where it's going to be like, oh, this guy's just coming up and getting the start. We're going to.
Do we have that optimism?
I do.
I don't. You do.
Because I'm an idiot and I'm a homer. But no, I don't. It's actually gone now. I'm actually pretty miserable. I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier. Oh, yeah, you did because you put a hug emoji on it. I'm pretty miserable at this point. These two behind me, killing me. Just killing me all the time. But, yeah, so if it's going to be Clevinger against Reese Olson, as I mentioned before earlier in the show, the Sox have dropped the first 3 to Detroit that they've played. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. Come out and fucking just try to win. Get on a little streak here. Try to win a couple series in a row again. Try to do something because – You just have to at this point. It's a 3-game set that ends on Sunday. So just try to take 2 at home. Try. Because when I see it doesn't look like they're trying. I don't know about you, but it just looks like everybody's going through the goddamn motions. Either that or we're really shitty. And I know we're really shitty, but I feel like it's a little bit mixture of both. So that's kind of where I'm at.
I'm glad I'm getting your evaluations of this, Buzz. It's been fun.
Well, it's fucking ignorant. I mean, I want to talk about wins and shit. I get one every once in a while, and then I come on here and I'm so happy with you guys. I'm just talking shop, talking Sox, but my God, the Sox suck. I mean, it's fucking brutal. And I hate Detroit. Like you both know, like you're a Cleveland hater, Steve. I know that, a Minnesota hater. I know that, but I hate Detroit. I hate the Pistons. I hate the Lions. I hate the fucking Tigers. And they're going to come in here and they're probably going to beat our ass. And I'm not with it, dude. I'm not with it.
It's not ideal, certainly, but let the record show that I also hate Detroit. Let the record show that because of the Ilitch family owning the Tigers and the Deadwings, I will not spend a penny at Little Caesars. That is out of the question.
It's a shitty pizza too.
I mean, granted, yes, but listen. I've long said that if you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing. So this is where I draw the line.
Proud of you for that, Steven. It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys have any series predictions for this, but I might stray on the optimistic side and say the Sox take 2 out of 3.
Cool, man. Okay. I'm gonna go with me here, right?
Yeah.
Here's a series prediction too, like as an overall thing, right? Andrew Vaughn's gonna hit 2 home runs in this series. He is. He's gonna hit 2 bombs in this series, and the Sox are gonna win 1 game. They're gonna go 1-2 against Detroit. That's where I'm at right now. Until they can fucking prove to me they can string some shit together again, that's my realism.
I think the Sox will take 2 out of 3, and Romy will be #back once again.
Romy gonna hit a bomb. You think he's gonna try to outdo Ohtani and Trout and hit it further?
Oh yeah,
that should be motivation right there.
He's putting one on the fundamentals deck.
Right. You remember Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite? If we were all
he just threw out a first pitch in a game. Like I can't remember.
Did he really? Uncle
I literally
Rico?
saw it. I saw it on Twitter.com. Yeah.
I fucking love Uncle Rico. But if we were all teammates, all right, and we just got our ass kicked like that, the first thing I would tell you guys when I saw you on Friday for the Detroit thing is, you see that concourse over there? I bet I can throw a fucking football over it, just like Uncle Rico, but I'm gonna hit a baseball over it, and I'd be motivating everybody. If you don't hit the concourse, you're a puss, and that's how I'd say it. And that's where I'm at. So motivate each other and get the goddamn win. Do something, because I think they're going to win 1.
Sometimes you have to let the haters be your motivators, Bradley.
So I'm saying, man, I've never really been a hater. This is a whole new thing for me.
Yeah, this looks weird on you.
It doesn't feel right. It just, I feel icky after I'm done talking. So, fuck it. It's going to be a sweep. I'm just all over the place. That's just how I usually am. I'm all over the place. You never know what you're going to get with me. But now it's a sweep. Sox sweep. Fuck Detroit.
I just missed a call from our city correspondent.
Did you really?
Yeah, he's calling me again.
I just missed a call from work. Here's the fucking missed phone call. They want to call me at 6:30 because they can't ask me questions during the day. So that's where we're at. There's some real life problems on Sox on Tap. Hope you're enjoying. It's great. It's fantastic. We got picks to click.
We do. I think Steve already took his.
Yeah. Romy.
So you're Romy right away.
Romy's going to be #back.
Okay, because mine's not Vaughn for game 1.
Okay.
Even though I said he's going to hit 2 home runs this series. You know who it's going to be?
Yeah.
It's going to be Yohan Moncada. That's my pick to click. You know why? Because he better show me something at third base. Better start hitting the ball out of the fucking ballpark. That's what I want to see.
I'm going to go with Jake Berger, the guy that wants his job.
I feel like that's a competition between you and I that you didn't really need to bring there, but all right, that's fine. That's cool, dude. All right. Want to cheer against your boy? That's fine.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
we'll make it interesting this weekend.
Fine. Whoever hits a home run first has to buy the other guy Beggar's Pizza.
Sure, that's perfect.
I'm fucking scared now because that's like $70 pizza, and
Beggars and the Sox just extended their sponsorship agreement. So
it's the greatest pizza of all time. I don't care what anybody says, dude. It's the greatest fucking pizza of all time. The ballpark pizza isn't the actual pizza you get from the place, so calm down, everybody.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
I'm
pretty sure it's not. I'm not getting it laid on thick.
Confirmed?
I think it's just all the day old, like leftover day old Beggar's Pizza. They ship it up to Jerry and he serves it up to you.
Do they really do that?
They don't know. I'm just making a guess.
Okay, I was gonna say because that'd be fucking terrible if they really did that. No, Beggar's Pizza.
Well, to me, anytime I order a Beggar's Pizza, I like to wait for it to be like about a day old, and then it tastes like it's from the ballpark.
I like to eat it where
I can confirm this. I've seen him do this.
Yeah, it's my favorite type. I like to let it get a little bit cold so it feels like I'm at the ballpark.
Bro, I can't relate to that. I like to eat it where it burns the roof of my mouth, and I've usually been drinking. So but it's usually just great. When I have it sober, it's still equally as good.
I try to avoid burning the roof of my mouth.
I do too, but I'm impatient. It's just story of my life, right? So, all right. Well, we have our picks. Wait, did you give your pick? You said Jake Berger. We're fighting.
I said Jake Berger. Yes.
Beggar's Pizza. I'm serious. I want that written in blood.
We might be able to ink it out.
If Moncada hits a home run, I want a fucking Beggar's Pizza to this house immediately. And
what if Berger hits one first?
I'll fucking hand deliver you.
There we go. Yeah, you better hand deliver that.
I have the beggar's shirt. I have the beggar's hat. I'll come dressed like a beggar's delivery guy.
Can I get in on this action somehow? If Romy hits a date tomorrow, then Bradley, you have to hand deliver a pizza to me here. You gotta bring it across state lines.
Do I really?
I mean, listen, those are the rules.
It's a lot of miles on the truck, though.
I mean,
well, we've actually got one last topic. Is Buzz gonna get himself one of them bucket hats on Saturday?
No.
Oh, Bradley, we had you pegged as the bucket hat guy.
I got so many damn bucket hats, and my hair's not long anymore, man. When I put a bucket hat on with short hair, I look like a prick. I do. I can't pull it off like that, man. I'm just,
you know, work on growing that hair out,
dude. It won't fucking grow anymore. After I cut it last time, I'm dead ass. It just won't.
That's a problem, Bradley.
I do.
Like a problem, yes.
If I go bald, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna look like a fucking owl. And I'm terrified. My eyes are huge. I didn't notice it until the other day. I was like looking in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God, they're like a quarter, dude. So yeah, no bucket hat for me. I will be getting that Hawaiian shirt though. You know, I like to rock the Hawaiian shirt. So we're doing that. I don't know how many more games I'm going to go to, man. You know, I've been to 2 this year, you know, more than last year. I only went to 1 last year just because of the addition and the baby. Been to 2 this year. I'll probably hit another game with you guys and then, you know, get my Hawaiian shirt and then ride on off on the sunset and just watch on TV and be miserable. That's my plan.
Let's get Bradley to the ballpark a couple 2-3 more times here, Steven.
I think we have to do that. Yes.
I think we do.
Only if you guys go. I'm not going if you don't go. I won't. I fucking won't. We have any parting words? We have any parting words before we get out of here?
Win baseball games, please. Save us from this misery. Somehow. Pray to the baseball gods. I don't know what else to do at this point in time. It's sad.
It is sad. Steve?
The boys need to go out and whatever they need to do, find a slump buster out there on the streets, whatever it takes. I don't know. Figure it out.
Everybody who's watching or listening to this, please say a prayer to the baseball gods or regular God or whatever you believe in or do not believe in. And please have thoughts.
No slump buster?
No. That Makata hits a fucking home run before Burger. Okay. That's what we need because if I have to dress up, I already have the whole outfit in my head, so I actually hope Burger hits the home run because I'm going to wear short shorts, my beggar's tee, and my beggar's hat. I'm going to show up, dude.
I want that pizza.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be the best tasting pizza you ever had. Sausage mushroom. Is that your jam?
Just straight cheese.
You know, Bradley, I think they've made movies about guys, you know, delivering pizza in short shorts.
I think we're gonna leave now. All right, everybody, be sure to go on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox On Tap and on Tap Sportsnet. Following Steve at NWI_Steve. Tony at Tony on Tap and me at Buzz on Tap. You know, 5-star rating and review anywhere you listen to podcasts because you can listen to us there. Subscribe on YouTube. We're presented by Sports Illustrated. We'll be back for Sunday Fun Day. Some variation of the group will be back for Sunday Fun Day. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool.
Confirmed.
White Sox forever.
White Sox forever.
White Sox for life.